today we are talking about your Sixers. So welcome into our Locked On Sports special NBA trade deadline coverage. Locked On 76ers is the conversation right now with Keith Pompey. Appreciate you stopping by. They have been very, very busy, but we want to start with the first and biggest trade of the day for the 76ers. Of course, the news came down that they are acquiring Buddy Hield from the Pacers for Marcus Morris, for Con Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. So first things first, you get a guy in Buddy Hield going to the 76ers who gives them an average of about 12 points per game, but more importantly, gives them another one of those top-notch three-point shooters. And this is important, Keith, because although we all got the disappointing news that reigning MVP Joel Embiid will be out for some time, this is still a Sixers team that's in 5th place in the East. And as you know, the East can go up, down, and around just depending on what day it is. So that being said, what does this trade mean, especially on the 76ers side?
I think, well, the one thing for the 76ers is this will be their first legitimate 3-point shooter since they trade Seth Curry in February 2022, right?
Yeah.
So this is the first time that they have a designated knockdown 3-point shooter. And what you said is it's going to help Tyrese Maxey out. Right now he's struggling because guys are blitzing him and he can't really maneuver. Now you have a guy who's going to create space. It's going to open up things for Tobias Harris as well. And, the hope is when big fella Joel Embiid comes back, if he does come back this season, you'll have a guy who can be a space setter, like something that they can run the offense like they did with Joel Embiid and JJ Redick. So this is a big move for them, in the eyes of just getting a guy in there who could just open up the floor for him.
Indeed. And you kind of saw that need in some of the more recent losses, like the ones to a team like the Golden State Warriors that has so much effective 3-point shooting. How are you going to be able to really kind of compensate for that and be able to kind of match it move for move? And even to that point, Pete, some of the teams that are at the top of the Eastern Conference, like Boston Celtics, another really good 3-point shooting team. Now, we also got word a little bit later today that the 76ers are trading Daniel House and a 2024 second-round pick via the Knicks to the Pistons. What do you think that move is going to do for the 76ers as they continue to try to stay sort of in the top of the race for the Eastern Conference in the postseason?
It does two things. It primarily gives them flexibility. They have a trade exception now or a tax thing that they can do, but it gives them flexibility. And it also helps them in regards to freeing up some money so they can go and get somebody in the buyout market. And it's no secret that they want Kyle Lowry, a guy who won a championship with Nick Nurse with the Toronto Raptors. He's from Philly. So the next thing to happen is, one of the next things is that, they're going to probably announce that, hey, we're going to get Kyle Lowry and in the buyout market. So that's what that deal was all about.
Indeed. Well, the 76ers are one of those teams that's always in the mix at the top of the Eastern Conference. These are the types of moves that keep you in the mix as well. So we appreciate you for taking a minute with us, Keith. We know it's a busy day for you as you are now dealing with multiple trades, and who knows what's to come between now and the 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline. As always, we just remind you guys to subscribe and like our Locked On 76ers podcast. Keith Pompey gives you all the deets that you want for the Philadelphia team. And of course, it is a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. More to come on this NBA trade deadline day.